On the news at 7, Nigerian National Petroleum Company assures Nigerians of non-increase in fuel price. And the world celebrates Braille Day with awareness campaign on use of Braille for effective communication for the blind.
A very good evening and thank you very much for joining us on the news at 7 p.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. I am Mariam Abubakar Kana. We begin with the presidency. President Bola Tinubu has approved the extension of the Yuletide free train service till January 7, 2024 to allow more Nigerians who are yet to return to their stations enjoy the benefit. The federal government announced a free train service on all service routes and 50% rebate on road transportation from December 21, 2023 to January 4, 2024 on specific routes to reduce the burden of high cost of public transportation during the just concluded Christmas and New Year holidays. The Minister of Transportation, Senator Saeed Ahmed, in a statement says, while more than 163,000 Nigerians benefited from the successful first leg of the Yuletide initiative, President Tinubu, in further demonstration of his care for the welfare of Nigerians, directed that the free train service should be made available for extra 3 days to allow more Nigerians to take the advantage. The public is advised to note that this extension applies to all 3 routes currently being serviced by the Nigerian Railway Corporation as follows: Lagos-Ibadan, Warri-Takpe, and Abuja-Kaduna. It is hoped that Nigerians who are interested in traveling by rail will take full advantage of this unique opportunity aimed at enhancing people's welfare. Moving on, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company (NNPC) Limited has assured the Nigerian public that there is no imminent increase in the cost of premium motor spirit, PMS, commonly known as petrol. The NNPC Limited urges Nigerians to disregard what it calls unfounded rumors, assuring that there are no plans for an upward review of the petrol price. A statement by the Chief Corporate Communications Officer, Olufemi Sonoye, NNPC Limited advises motorists nationwide against engaging in panic buying, reiterating that there is presently ample availability of PMS across the country. The State Executive Council of the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees (NOGE) FCT chapter has called on the area council's chairman to implement agreements reached out on the rights and privileges of members without further delay. This is the outcome of an emergency meeting on the lingering issues delivered at a media briefing in Abuja. Abdullahi Ajia.
Coming on the heels of a number of concerns that affect the welfare and well-being of its members, the FCT president of the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees, NOLGE, Comrade Ibrahim Abdullahi Kabi, enumerated grey areas that the FCT Area Council's chairman failed to address even after several deductions, approvals and interventions from relevant government agencies.
40% peculiar allowance, 35,000 palliative as directed by federal government to the staff of unified service. To the aforementioned rights and privileges as enjoined by the other FCT agencies 11 months after its commencement. To pay backlog of pension deductions, cooperative deduction from our salaries, arrears of hazard allowance, arrears of peculiar allowance, 25% adjusted cohens and comments salary structure.
The union's leadership frowns at the chairman's position over the non-implementation of what they describe as their rights. As such, is given a 7-day ultimatum beginning from Wednesday 3rd to 11th January 2024 to implement or face strike action.
If no action is taken at the expiration of this ultimatum, the union will be forced to take industrial actions, shut down the 6th Area Council and earlier on Friday, 12th January 2024, until our demands are met.
The union called on stakeholders to wait in as there will be no going back at the expiration of the deadline. In Abuja, Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
It is World Braille Day, a day set aside to celebrate and raise awareness on the importance of Braille as a means of communication in the full realization of the human rights for the blind and visually impaired persons. Odiri Arutere takes a look at the significance of the day.
Braille is a written instructional material that no one can see except those who have passed through a school for the blind. It is a system of communication and transmission of knowledge, habits, as well as inculcating attitudes and norms into special people in a school due to their visual impairment. 27 years old Ishaku Ibrahim, a Gbagi native who was born without sight, yet a student at the College of Education Zuba, commends Louis Braille for coming up with Braille writing, which he describes as a life-changing innovation for the blind and visually impaired people in the world.
The reason why many will never search and secure the purpose of God for their life is because they lack the vision. You need your vision to contain your future so that you may have a glorious dreams.
Meanwhile, the advancement of science and technology today is not a challenge to some visually impaired persons as they tag along the trends. Some time ago, yours truly met Theophilus Daudu, another visually impaired person, at a function, operating his laptop comfortably without the help of anyone. When I asked how it came about, he gave the credit to the Braille writing, which was the beginning of his search for knowledge.
As I type, it calls out the alphabet. Already I know how to type, so so if I should write dear NTA, so it spells out the thing as I'm writing, so I'm sure that I am typing on the right alphabet.
World Braille Day also marks the birthday of Louis Braille, the innovator of Braille writing, who lost his sight as a result of domestic accidents in France many years ago. In Abuja, Odiri Arutere, NTA News.
Despite placement of the multiple challenges of women on the front banner by the Bola Tinubu administration, the FCT Women Affairs Secretary says the Secretariat has made tremendous progress in the year 2023. Sandra Akeme reviews activities in the women's sector.
The Secretariat, which is committed to working with all other mandate secretariats for the benefit of the women, has addressed the issue of gender-based violence, which was on the increase, by taking the awareness to the grassroots, using traditional rulers, community leaders, as well as adolescent girls, which made the Secretariat to emerge first position on the national dashboard. The FCT Mandate Secretary Dayo Benjamin Lani explained that the Secretariat used the National Dashboard of Gender-Based Violence for 16 days activism to create more awareness on the underreporting and state of crisis in the communities in the 6 area councils. Amongst other achievements is the political positioning for the women, as well as the First Ladies Program, the Renewed Hope Initiative for the elderly, who have been empowered financially and with medical intervention.
Left behind, put aside, marginalized, being able now to board them on these programs, not as imaginary, but as Nigerians with full representation of their own desired social investment interests and areas of social development, giving them priority on a scale where they have not had that level of opportunity handed to them.
Other achievements within the 1 year include activities by the non-governmental organizations where they provide support to the less privileged, market women, communities across the FCT.
For us as mothers to bring up our children, because the nation wants good children, they will be the leaders of tomorrow.
We are no more getting younger. We now need to stand up and fight the cause of women, if not because of us, because of our unborn children.
If you empower one woman, means to empower the whole world.
Although successes were recorded in the year 2023, some challenges were also identified by the FCT Mandate Secretary.
All of that has its dynamics that are challenges. So, yes, I work with very real challenges. I may not look like I'm challenged, but the challenges are real. But just setting up structures that become scalable, resilient, but most importantly, that truly represent the legacy that dispensationally has given me this opportunity, one of renewed hope.
The women are optimistic that, with the turn of things, there will be a better performance in 2024. In Abuja, Sandra Akeme, NTA News.
The Abuja City Centre is still scanty, with only critical offices in operation. This is an indication that some residents are yet to resume work after the Christmas and New Year holiday. Safia Nyoma Oche went round the city to ascertain the mood.
The first port of call is the Utako Motor Park, where drivers were elated on government subsidizing transportation this season.
They are very happy about it. So they are all free, enjoy it. They are tried. The government really tried. Yeah, they really tried. I pray that they should do more, but they tried. This time around, everybody will praise them. So may God reward them and make them get the price of figuring and do more of this.
People are coming back like this. So now you do see Lagos, Port Harcourt, Enugu, Ado Ekiti, Akure, Benin, Auchi, and Lokoja Ukene, and all that Port Harcourt now, Kaduna, Kano, all the partners now they are coming back to their destination, that's their office.
It's still what we paid when we came last year, but I learned yesterday it was 7,500.
She can't there. She give the passenger 3,000. The time we are collecting 7,000. So now we don't do this for 5,500.
Motor parks in the city were busy, with people returning as well as traveling.
Meanwhile, the mood of the city tells that the city is still scanty. Many businesses are yet to resume. Many are back in the villages where they've gone for the Christmas or New Year celebrations, and they are yet to be back. Many say that the city will be back to normal come next week.
Most of them, they don't have even money to even come back to the town now.
Personally, I don't like traveling during this period. I prefer to travel after the festivities. We believe that, like usually, businesses too will open by next week. And so we believe by during the course of this weekend, people should be returning back to Abuja.
Many say it is the norm in the FCT to be empty this season and gradually go back to its usual bubbling in mid-January. Safia Norma Uche, NTA News.
Let's now join the sports desk for Sports Brief.
Report from the Abu Dhabi training camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria reveals that over 22 players have reported to camp to perfect preparations for the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast. Coach Jose Peseiro will be counting on an array of stars to execute plan of winning fourth continental title for Nigeria. However, Leicester City midfielder Wilfred Ndidi has been ruled out of the tournament due to injury and has been replaced by Royal Antwerp player Al Hassan Yusuf. Talking table tennis, Africa number.
Thank you very much for watching the news at 7 on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. Do stay tuned for the translations. Good evening.
Ma agbaje we shaje wo wona ajuku shapeda iwa na ba shapeda iwa mu pesi so ayuba Wani wagwa na bage gayi gwamnati an atiti shi ba ina yi nasara NNPC ku da ige baba heta lologe ba ba yiyon ba godo ige zaza ila obu ba shi fi ba da kwa kwa ku akata ba heta lologe gwamnati kwa ba yiyon zana gban ige olufemi soni wa woni adna ewie gayi lonu ige balabe kuce in a kiyan biya dudu zaza ba gwa ko shi ko kuce ba to puta lalo iga ba ba yiyon ba da kwa ase ba da akata okonishi ko zaza inje n'oge gbadagun okizit na azana gbayin bala gwamnati abibi a shikwaje da yi fiya dutu nke ba shi bagbatu in ba bai tubwa ba tubwa ina ba a gwamnati bibi a titin shi ba a gaba ba nyamuwa bai ija agiye inta sagi intuke ba zafi wala wulo inje jumaye ko na fi a wuce a ba dan in fi kwashe mala fi kwayi in ba ta shi baho ba bai ga a lamunagi titin shi ya abdullahi ajiyawa godu wanda ga n'oge ba shi ye shi ya kwen awe anya ba da bana na ba gida ne na ba aje sha ba shi be fia kwen shi pe ala a shi pe ye dai ege ba te shi asa shi agbegbe kakashi na gbegbe ntuge ye ya san jefi ba shi to te kwen ipan yi fi ko anabaja je sidai ege enyi pe ye shi enyi pe na gban ayobua badada gbodo ba zan ko chi gbogbo ti fi ye odiri ogboru arute wada ege enyi pe ye shi enyi pe na gban nu gbadagun fi adudu ntige ayobua te shi ebe ayofun nyanu gbadagun ye ko ye kwashi apman enyi pe ye ba tna aza awe ashe yi ba shi ya ga ma shi etu na ayobua da bota ajiba fi agaba nge ba buji gbagbato waje godo we ga nge ese shi esanu ba shi ko na bai aka azawe ya je she ba gaba ma shi etu ge yobua te shi ebo mana inu ko te shi bani yi ba dagba ntu ko bon yi gaba ma shi sase ya tu tige la file na shige ama agba je yi be ja do wo su she kwasi yi pa ga she ko yi su sai.
Masu kallo da sauraron a daidai wannan lokaci assalamu alaikum barkanmu da warhaka ga takaitattun fassarar labaranmu na yau mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. Kamfanin mai na ƙasa NNPC ya tabbatarwa da al'ummar Najeriya cewa bai ƙarawa mai kuɗi ba, inda ya buƙaci al'ummar ƙasar da su yi watsi da jita-jita da labaran ƙanzon kurege da ake yaɗawa a shafukan sada zumunta na zamani cewa ya ƙara kuɗin mai. Da ya ce ko kaɗan ba shi da shirin ƙara kuɗin man. A jawabin da jami'in hulɗa da jama'a na kamfanin Olufemi Sonne ya fitar, kamfanin ya shawarci masu ababen hawa a faɗin ƙasar nan cewa su guji sayan man da tsada domin kuwa akwai shi a wadace a faɗin ƙasar a wannan lokaci. Ƙungiyar ma'aikatan ƙananan hukumomi ta ƙasa reshen babban birnin tarayya Abuja ta yi kira ga shugabannin ƙananan hukumomin Abuja da su amince da yarjejeniyar biyan wasu haƙƙoƙinsu ba tare da ɓata lokaci ba. Wakilin Abdullahi Aji ya rawaito mana cewa ƙungiyar ta bayyana hakan a taron manema labarai da ta kira, inda ta ba da wa'adin zuwa 12 ga wata domin a yi wani abu ko kuma su ɗunguma zuwa yajin aikin sai baba ta gani. Yau ce ranar bikin waɗanda ba sa gani sosai ta duniya, wato masu laulayin gani na ido, ranar da aka keɓe musamman domin kula da haƙƙoƙinsu da kuma kyautata rayuwarsu. Wakiliyarmu Odile Oboru a Ritere ta rawaito mana cewa an bayyana lura da su da kuma ba su kulawar da ta dace domin inganta rayuwarsu a rana irin wannan, domin su samu ilimi da kuma ingantacciyar lafiya da sana'o'in dogaron kai a matsayin abin da ranar ke ƙunshe da su. Ƙarshen labarin namu ne kenan, sai kuma gobe idan Allah ya kai.
ndị ọgụgụ onye mana ekiri anyị n'uhuruchi taa, aha m bụ Maazị Okwi Francis Ide. Nụrụ akụkọ anyị na nkenke. Ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka mmanụ ụgbọala ala anyị, bekee kpọrọ NNPC n'aha ịchafụ, agwala ụmụ amaala anyị enweghị ego ọbụla etinyere n'ọnụ ego a na-ere mmanụ ụgbọala n'ala anyị ugbu a, na mmanụ ụdụ nyafụnyafụ ebe ọbụla. N'okwu ya, onye isi na-ekwuchitere ụlọ ọrụ NNPC ala anyị bụ Olufemi Soneye gwara ụmụ amaala anyị ka ha ghara ịdị na-azụ mmanụ ụgbọala n'ike n'ihi na a kwuru na a ga-etinye ego na ya bụ ọnụ a na-ere mmanụ ụgbọala, ma kwukwa na ọ bụ asịrị na-agagharị na ọtụtụ mgbasa ozi ala anyị bụ nke na-ekwu na ha chọrọ itinye ego n'ọnụ a na-ere mmanụ ụgbọala. Otu na-ahụ maka ndị ọrụ gọọmenti ime obodo akpọrọ NOLGE na aha ịchafụ agwala ndị isi oche dịgasị iche iche na FCT ka ha mejupụta nkwekọrịta niile ha mere gbasara ihe ndị a niile bụ oke na ọrụ ruru ha, ọkachasị ụgwọ ọnwa ha dị iche iche nakwa nrite elele dị iche iche, ma ọ bụ ha gbaa ụbọ ọrụ na ime izuụka na-abịa abịa. Abdullahi Ajiya mere ka amata nke a na ọ bụ n'okwu soro na okwu ndị otu a wepụtara mgbe ha na-agwa ndị nta akụkọ okwu n'ime Abuja na ọgbakọ gbalụ ha mere na nso nso a. Taa bụ ụbọchị mmemme ncheta atụmatụ nwa bekee kpọrọ Braille Day n'ụwa gbaa gburugburu. Ọdịrị Ogboru kwuru na mmemme a dị mkpa nke ukwuu, ọkachasị ikike ndị kpuru ìsì nakwa ndị nwere nkwarụ n'anya nwetara maka ọdịmma obibi ndụ ha nakwa etu ndụ ha ga-esi kawaga mma. Igbo bụ Igbo, gị bụ onye ọma kiriri anyị na uhuruchi taa, etu a ka ọ ha anyị n'ọnụ. Ka ọ dịkwa echi mgbe anyị ga-ezute ọzọ. Ndewo.
Ẹ kú kalẹ̀ o, ẹ sì kú déédéé wòyí. Ìròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ̀nyín. Bọ́lájí Máti ni oníròyìn. Iléeṣẹ́ ètò epo rọ̀bì lórílẹ̀‐èdè ti sọ àsọdájú fún gbogbo ọmọ orílẹ̀‐èdè wípé kò sí ohun tó jọ ẹ̀kún owó epo ọkọ̀ èyí tí a mọ̀ sí pẹtiróòlù. Ó rọ gbogbogbò wípé kí wọ́n kọ etí ikún sí àhesọ ọ̀rọ̀ tó gbòde kan lórí ẹ̀kún owó epo ọ̀hún. Ọ̀gá àgbà ètò ìwíhùn Olúfẹ́mi Ṣónẹ́yẹ ló sọ àsọdájú náà pẹ̀lú ìmọ̀ràn fún gbogbo awakọ̀ wípé kí wọ́n má ṣe fòyà torí pé epo ọ̀hún wà lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ jákèjádò orílẹ̀-èdè. Àjọ ìgbìmọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ ẹ̀ka ti ìlú Àbújá ti ké sí àwọn alága ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ wípé kí wọ́n tẹ̀lé àwọn àdéhùn tí wọ́n fẹnukò lé lórí ẹ̀tọ́ àti àǹfààní àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ náà láìsí ìdíwọ́. Alákòójọpọ̀ ìròyìn Abdullahi Ajiya ròyìn wípé èyí ni àbájáde ìpàdé pàjáwìrì tó wáyé lórí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń bẹ nílẹ̀. Bí ààrẹ ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún Olùkọ́ Ibrahim Abdullahi Kabi ṣe ṣàlàyé fún àwọn oníròyìn ní ìlú Àbújá, láìsí ìdáhùn sí àwọn ìbéèrè wọ̀nyí, wọn yóò tẹsẹ̀ bọ ètò ìdáṣẹ́ sílẹ̀ láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà. Òní òde yìí jẹ́ ọjọ́ tí wọ́n yà sọ́tọ̀ lágbàáyé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọjọ́ àwọn tó ń gbé pẹ̀lú àléébù. Alákòójọpọ̀ ìròyìn Òdìrì Ọ̀gbọ́rú Àrùkèrè ròyìn wípé ọjọ́ náà wà láti jẹ́ kí àwọn ènìyàn mọ ọ̀nà àti máa bá àwọn tó ń gbé pẹ̀lú àléébù sọ̀rọ̀ àti láti mọ pàtàkì ìgbésẹ̀ náà fún ẹ̀tọ́ wọn, pàápàá àwọn tí kò ríran pẹ̀lú àwọn tí ojú ń yọ lẹ́nu. Òdìrì sọ ọ̀pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ lórí pàtàkì ọjọ́ òní gẹ́gẹ́ bí àgbékalẹ̀ àgbéyẹ̀wò rẹ̀. Dídùn púpọ̀ ṣéun ni ọbẹ̀ oge, títí òye ọ̀la Ojúmọ́ Ire ni yóò mọ́ wa.